So, Erica, last time we met, we were at the Halloween fashion show. Ever since then, what are some things you've been going on that's been going on?
Oh, I've been doing so much. We ended up doing the Vilma show since then. We've done the Teen Mom show since then. There was a couple other ones we've done. I've been in multiple magazines. I've traveled a little bit.
Okay.
Multiple photo shoots as well.
We'll dig into that. We'll dig into that. Okay, everyone, I am here with Erica Will. We're going to talk about Erica Will's challenges, sufferings, wins, and everything that she's been accomplishing here in Kansas City, Missouri, in aspiring into an interesting career that not too many people are willing to get into. In your own words, I want to know, and I'm sure you people want to know, is how would you best describe your style and what are you doing right now?
Honestly, I love more creative work. I like to see things that not very many people do. I love wearing exotic, crazy outfits, crazy designs, very creative things. I am a base model, so I do photo shoots, I do fashion shows, I do traveling work, I do magazine. I do just about anything you can think of, plus commercials. Not a lot of people do commercials.
Okay, and you said exotic. What is the most exotic thing you've ever done?
I would say sometimes some boudoir outfits are kind of crazy, but it just depends because I don't want to get nude. My thing is creative because if there's not creative work into it, then I'm not wearing it.
I think that definitely go non-nude is going to definitely extend your career further out. Yeah. And are there any specific themes that you like to get into, like dark, feminine, soft, edgy, that you feel represent what you want to get into?
So me personally, I love the sharp, colorful, creative type of artwork. So anything like with pop art or very like sharp edge type of thing, if that makes any sense at all.
Okay, so something sharp. Could you describe something sharp?
Like sometimes when you're on a runway, you see people in foil outfits. I love stuff like that. I love things that are just out of the ordinary, I guess.
So getting flamboyant is something that you'd want to get into, you think?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, interesting. I like that. Now, what types of shoots are you more comfortable with, and what are your clear no-goes?
Clear no-nos. I do not do nude shoots. Implied nude is a iffy kind of subject. It just depends on the photo you're wanting to do. I will say I do more like fashion-based and swim. I love swim because I can show off my curves without being absolutely nude, and it's not tasteful at all.
Okay, and when you're doing swimsuits, any favorite type of swimsuit or anything? Maybe a brand?
Not at the moment. I was working with Swimwear Nova, but that was a couple years ago, and I haven't been advertising for them here lately. So it just kind of depends on how the swimsuit fits me.
Okay. I want to get into locations and styles. Do you have any preferred locations and styles? Studio versus location, natural light, flash? What do you prefer?
I do like the flash more because I feel like it brings out your bone structure. I like to do more studio work, but I love location. It just depends on what kind of theme you're going for at that point in time. But my favorite, I will say, like poolside or beachside, they're gorgeous, no matter what. If there's a flash or if it's natural light, it's always good.
Could you explain to the audience what flash is? That some of the audience may not know what that means.
Okay, so a flash is anytime somebody has, one of the photographers, they'll have huge lights, and it literally just flashes you every single time they take a picture. And it does hurt your eyes, yes, but it makes you look flawless, so it's amazing.
Maybe during flash, that's where you wear those sunglasses.
You actually, flash with sunglasses is a no-no.
Oh.
Because it'll make a glare, and it
Okay, good to know, good to know. Personality, your brand, and your message. You've shared motivational ideas about chasing your dreams. What messages do you want your audience to take from your work?
I will say, multiple people have told me so many times, this is going to get you nowhere, this is going to do nothing. That's a lie. Don't listen to it. Take everything that anybody says with a grain of salt. Everybody always says that, but that's something you really need in the modeling realm because people will say all kinds of different things. Like this last fashion show I went to, I was helping my model mentee, and a lady had told her to say the word apple at the end of the runway, which, by the way, you don't do that because it messes up your whole bone structure, it messes up your look, and you kind of look dumb.
You know, when you say that, I'm going to just say it, you get a lot of hate
I do.
during what you're trying to do. You know, I imagine a lot of people can relate with that, me as well. When you're trying to venture out, and I have felt that the more hate you get is because those other people are too scared to do what you're doing. Because what you are doing and what we're doing, it's scary. We're putting ourselves out here to be criticized and ridiculed and looked at. And obviously, you've gotten over that.
Yeah, I think for me, mainly, over the years, I've had multiple people that really disliked me. Now they just come up to me and ask me how I started doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I think it's the best confidence booster ever. And then I kind of just look at them and I smirk and I could just either ignore their message or I just walk away from them. And I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, just ignore them and say whatever. I do it too. Outside of modeling, are there any creative outlets or passions that are important to you that you are working on?
Oh, yeah. I love working out. It keeps my mind steady. And then I love to draw. Anytime I get in my feelings, I just draw out my emotions. I was actually supposed to go to college for it, got into some legal trouble and lost the whole degree, but I still do art and I still compete, and it's a big passion of mine.
Well, describe some of your art.
Well, it kind of just depends on my emotions. So when I was younger, I was going through a lot of mental emotions and mental trauma, a bunch of hardships, and I would draw like black and charcoal and pencil and just really kind of eerie, geary things. And now that life has kind of been going a little steadier, I'm able to hop back into color, and I think that's why I really love creative art when it comes to modeling, because those pop of colors really get to my brain.
Do you think that those past experiences, is that what kind of gives you the motivation to what you're doing right now? You like feed on those past emotions?
I think that everything happens for a reason, and if I didn't go through everything I did as a child, I would not be where I'm at right now, because I would not be so self-motivated.
Okay.
Because I've been on my own, and I've been doing my own thing for a while. Even when there was people around, it was me emotionally and mentally.
Okay.
So it's kind of always been me, and so I've always been a go-getter, self-starter. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
When you started doing the self-start, because what you're doing, you just got to do it. You got to take action.
Most definitely.
Do you remember that time when you were the most scared and had the biggest fear to take the action, but then you did it anyways and you found out that, hey, it worked?
So that was right when I got my agency with Career Images, and a girl named Kendall had reached out to me. I forgot her name. I do apologize. And she was one of my biggest supporters. She helped me through a lot. She told me who to work with and who not to. But also at the same time, I was learning from mistakes that she had done already. So it wasn't only her helping me, but it was me learning off of different things she's told me and things that I've already seen myself. If that makes sense.
Now, since you've been modeling, what are some motivational stuff that you've been doing, your personality, your brand? What are you building?
We're building multiple different things, my agency and I, and a couple different people. Actually, we're working on a clothing brand right now. It's called TW3. We'll get into that more later on when we actually get it finished. We're working on a fashion show right now, Kansas City Jumpstart Runway, which we've talked about that already. We're working on going absolutely viral on just about every single social media. I don't know what else I'm working on, to be honest.
Well, you're just a busy girl and you just don't stop, okay? And is there any type of message do you want your audience to know about you and your work?
Me and my work, you will definitely think I am, I don't want to say the B word, but sometimes I come off as mean or B, only because I know what I have, I know what I want, and I know I'm going to get it. whether it's with you or if it's somebody else. So I'm definitely a go-getter. I'm very easy to get along with as long as we're on the right page. But if something's confusing, I'm going to let you know that I'm definitely confused, and you're going to hear a little bit of sass.
I think what you're probably trying to explain is that there's a difference between being a nice girl and a kind girl.
Yes.
And no nice girl, but you are a kind woman.
Definitely.
But there's times that you can flip it 180 at a moment's notice.
Most definitely. I don't put up with anything. I definitely grew up in a stricter, kind of harder childhood. So I've already went through everything that possibly can happen. I'm not going to go through anything else, especially being an adult now. I can decide what I want to go through, and if I don't want to go through it, I'm not going to.
Okay. And then outside of modeling, what creative outlets, passions are more important to you right now? Personality?
My personal fitness is a huge goal of mine. I want to gain more weight, but for those of you who do know me, I cannot gain weight to save my life. I'm sitting at 102 pounds with clothes on, so you can only imagine. I love art. I feel it is a huge part of my emotional well-being and my mental. I love animals, and I'm working on my social media presence for TikTok and becoming more of a brand influencer.
You talk about gaining weight, and I know it's important that we all maintain a certain level of weight per our height. We can talk about that off camera. I got some ideas. Okay, moving on. Is there explain entirely KC Jumpstart, location, how to buy tickets, what's it about, when is it, what do people expect? It's sounding like it's going to be a party.
So to start with, you're going to expect an absolute show. There's going to be multiple different caterers, different types of foods, multiple designers, many special guests, including Hood Food Dude, including Kansas City Zoe Bunny. I believe I said that right. And just a couple different people. There's going to be multiple different models. We're not turning down anybody unless we are fully booked. We already have 40 models, if that gives you any idea, with a whopping 5 designers. We will be getting more, including the one we did talk to earlier. You'll see. You're expecting, so it's going to be kind of like a fast-paced show, honestly. The first day is going to be May 1st, will be your casting. Your designers will be there to choose the designers, or to choose the models straight up. Right after that, on May 2nd, will be the show. So there's going to be a couple rehearsals during May 1st and May 2nd, but other than that, the show is May 2nd from 4 to 7. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it sounds like a good show. I'll be there and supporting everyone in any way possible. Well, I tell you what, before we get off of here.
1 second.
Okay.
I will tell you tickets. Go to Kansas City Jumpstart. Either text them or my page, Erica Will 2025. There is a link for it, Eventbrite. Get your ticket. You're going to want to be VIP. You don't want to miss that.
Okay. And before we get out of here, is there anything you wish photographers, creatives understand better about working with you?
You're definitely going to have to give me more of a chance. I'm going to come off as I want this, I want to do that. I'm going to listen fully, but you have to be there. You have to listen to what I want, because I'm always going to want to be more creative. I don't want to continue to post things that multiple different people have seen. I don't want to even put my effort into something that is plain. I don't like plain. I love creative work. I love color. I love texture. I love shapes. I just don't want a plain canvas picture.
I tell you, as we pretty much covered pretty much everything here, one more chance. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience about you, yourself, or what's going on? End of the year goals, what's going on?
For myself, I would just love to tell myself I've been doing a great job. For you guys, I want you to follow your dreams, but not only that, don't listen to a single thing anybody says unless they're uplifting you, and change your perspective. Once you change your perspective in life, it's going to go great. It doesn't matter if you're living in your car. As long as you are continuing to go through that dream and do what you want to do, you're going to get it, because God has a path and He wants us to go on His path. So if it's not on His path, you're not going to do it, honestly.
Okay, Erica Wills, this has been one heck of a conversation, and I loved it, and it's been great, and I enjoy it, and I look forward to the future, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great day.